What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today we're going to be talking about why dealers are lying about pricing. Now, this is something that absolutely drives me nuts. We're going to get into this here a little bit more later, but right now it's tax season. This is Christmas for all of us dealers. We have 3 months where we're going to be selling a lot of cars to people that traditionally can't buy them because they can't afford the big down payments. And this is usually when crazy tactics and funny pricing comes out of the woodworks. Now, I sold my car about 2 weeks ago, and I've been searching for a car for myself for the last few weeks at auctions, at dealerships, and I've gotten so much grief and dealt with so much BS over the last 2 weeks. I wanted to make a video to address some of the things that I've been seeing out in the market, some of the stupid things that dealers are doing, and then on top of that, some of the salespeople don't even know what the hell they're talking about. So trust me, you're gonna love this one. Make sure you stay tuned. Before I get into it, if you enjoy the content and you enjoy everything we talk about, make sure you smash the like button and definitely subscribe. We got a lot more fun stuff coming up. I got my new studio. I'm currently in the middle of a move, but I got some really cool stuff to show you guys. But anyways, let's get in the video. So tax time is finally here. This is the busiest time for dealerships. This is when we have more consumers with big down payments because they got their tax returns to buy cars that they simply can't afford. And this is what dealerships have been waiting for. This is the final bailout that they're hoping will get them out of their overpriced inventory. Now, the shenanigans have already started with vehicle pricing. Now, I made a video about this about a year ago, so make sure you go back and watch that one. I'll leave a link in the description below. But we talk about how dealers' deceptive practices when it comes to advertising is complete bullshit. This drives me nuts. I absolutely hate the way they structure this. Now, this is not all in the dealership's fault. It does go into a few other parties, which I'll go into here in a second. But let's go ahead and start off with some of the deceptive practices that you guys are going to see, especially now during tax season. So let's say you're looking for a G-Wagon. Well, what do you know? I have one of those things on my lot today, and you could buy it for $90,000. Mine has 30,000 miles, extremely clean, one owner. But you get on Car Gurus to see if it's the best price because you want to, get the cheapest thing possible because people don't want to compare apples to apples. They want to compare cheapest to the cheapest. Trust me, I'll get more into that later. So they find one within 200 miles, same year as mine, same 30,000 miles, same one owner, but theirs is $87,000. So automatically they say, well, I'm not going to mess with this $90,000 car. We're going to go buy this $87,000 car because it's a better deal. And then if you look at Car Gurus will say it's a much better deal. So the customer drives down to the dealership and says, hey, I'm here for this $87,000 G-Wagon. Salesman says, no problem. Here's your $87,000 G-Wagon. They show them the car. They love it. Everything is great. They're like, fantastic. We'll take it. And they're like, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and go over the numbers. So as soon as they sit down, they hand the customer a piece of paper that says $92,000 sales price. And they're like, well, no. It said $87,000 on Car Gurus. Oh, that was before, the reconditioning fee, transportation fee, my drug addiction fee, hooker and blow fee, ex-child support fee. All these fees basically piled into there. And now you're left with a $92,000 G-Wagon. Well, now the customer's upset. They're mad. They're like, why am I going to spend $92,000 when I thought I was buying for $87,000? So you could always talk a customer down in price. You can't talk them up. It gets much harder. So now the customer's already sad. They're upset and they leave this dealership. Now, let's say they get back on Car Gurus because people are creatures of habit. So they get on Car Gurus and they see mine again for $90,000. And they're like, oh, well, this guy's probably lying too. We're going to get there and his is going to be $96,000. I priced my vehicles all in, out the door pricing. The only thing I don't include is sales tax. But this includes my dock fee, transportation fee, whatever bullshit fee pack that the dealership wants to put in there. My pricing is true pricing. And this is something that drives me freaking nuts. Dealers lie over and over again. And, there's some things that I know you can't put in, like with the taxes and other stuff like that, depending on where they're coming from. But you could put the actual sales price of a car on the actual ad. But people tend to, go for the cheapest thing. So dealers will purposely put on Car Gurus, because it says in little tiny fine print, this is the sales price of the car, does not include fees. So if they bought this car for, let's say, $85,000 at the auction, they're going to list it for $85,000. But when you get there, like I said, you're going to get slapped with that $92,000 sticker price. And that's the problem that we're having right now. Now, dealers do a lot of deceptive practices and they're not honest with people. Now, when I called on a few cars that I was looking at, I expect this. So when I called these sales reps, I'm like, hey, I'm looking at this particular car. I know this is the price you have on there. I need you to send me all out the door pricing. Sales tax, whatever your bullshit fees are, the sales price. I need to know the real price. Oh, sir, the price on the website is the price of the car. Bullshit. I know you're going to add a bunch of fees and everything else. I go, I'm not going to waste my time unless you actually send me a purchase order with that information that I could take to my bank. Over and over again, I fought with these sales guys. Oh, my sales manager doesn't want to send it unless you're real. And I'm like, dude, I'm a car dealer. I know what he's going to do. I'm going to get in there and you're going to bullshit me. So just for fun, I went down to a local dealership. It was a BMW dealership. I won't say which one, but I went down there just to see what they would say. I was looking at this pretty expensive car. And when I walked down there, I was like, hey, look, I want the car for this price. I saw that there. You said there was no any additional fees, no bullshit. I go ahead and let's go ahead and do the deal. I got a cashier's check in my bag. And so I showed up my briefcase, opened it up, and I acted like I had a check. I was pulling it out. I was like, but before I do, go back there and get the purchase order from your boss because I want to see if it came up to exactly what I came out to. And I added the exact same. The car, a $5.99 doc fee, and then I added sales tax because I figured that was honest. You know, the right thing to do because that's what was advertised. I gave them the doc fee just for fun. Soon as they came down there, it was $12,000 more with all their bullshit additional fees. Oh, we have to put vehicle etching on this car. I was like, bro, it's a used car. It's not a brand new car. I don't need vehicle etching. I don't need GPS. I don't need none of this bullshit. Take that shit off. So just for fun, I argued with these guys for about an hour just to see what they would say, and they would not come off the pricing. And so finally, I told the sales guy, I was like, do you know who I am? And he's like, no, I don't know you. And I'm like, okay, I used to be a dealer here in Vegas. This is what I do. Now I do YouTube. And so he went back, talked to his boss. Within 5 minutes, they were like, you're not filming this. You're not recording this. I'm like, no, I'm just doing this just to find out what's going on and why you guys can give me a good price. And they were very upset. They didn't like the fact that I was making them look bad, which I don't understand why, because they were making themselves look like assholes and idiots. But anyways, the gist of the matter is they weren't honest with the pricing. I'm a consumer that knows better. A lot of people don't. And I already knew I went down there for fun just to be lied to. A lot of people don't appreciate that. I've seen people drive hundreds of miles to get a good deal on a car just to be lied to. Now, dealerships are not the only ones to blame for this problem. We're going to blame car gurus as well. There's a lot of platforms, whether it's Facebook, Auto Trader, Car Gurus, a lot of these things always put the best pricing. You got to be the best price or we're not going to show you. So all these dealers are desperate to compete for your eyes on the internet. So what do? They know that human nature, people want the nicest thing for the cheapest amount possible. So it forces dealers to lie. Yes, this car is $90,000, but I'm going to put 85 because no other dealers have it for 85, and I'll just lie to them because on the website it says I can lie about fees. So Car Gurus literally forces dealers to lower their fees to make them the cheapest. Now, when I had my car on there for $90,000, Car Gurus will actually tell people that my car is overpriced, even though my car is priced at Kelley Blue Book with all the fees included. But yet, since so many people have their cars priced lower because it's the fake bullshit price, they gave my car a bad rating. Now, remember, as a dealer, and this is something that the regular consumers don't understand, as a dealer, I have to pay Car Gurus $5,000 a month to advertise my inventory on Car Gurus. So I'm paying these ass clowns $5,000 a month to tell me my shit is overpriced, even though I'm honest and I put all my fees in the vehicle price. Where the other people that lie and lie about pricing and everything else get a complete other benefit. They get the cars for the cheapest one, so Car Guru says they're the best deal out there, and then they lie to the consumers. Now, when I had my dealership, did this help me sell less cars? Yes, because I wasn't always the cheapest. But I had far less complaints compared to some of my friends, where I see all the time now people complaining that they said it was $25,000. When I got there, it was $30,000. Like they added all these fees and it was another $5,000. People don't like that shit. And so now Car Gurus is enabling this. Auto Trader's doing the same thing. Oh, it's a good deal. If you pay extra money, we'll take away those little things saying it's a bad deal and we'll make it a good deal. So all these things is hurting the consumers when it comes to them purchasing a used vehicle. Is not only do they have the dealers lying to them, you have big companies like Car Gurus, Auto Trader, and even Facebook Marketplace that pushes the cheaper cars first. If you post a car, and you could try this even on Facebook Marketplace, as soon as you price it, right below there, you could put, if the car's worth 10 grand and you put $5,000, Facebook will automatically say for quick response or for faster thing, lower your price to $4,300. Like it already knows a number to lower it to get something gone even quicker. Their whole goal is to talk you down to be the cheapest thing so it gets more eyeballs to the platform. That's all they care about. Because all you people or consumers that are looking at Auto Trader, Car Gurus, that doesn't cost you $1. The people that pay for these big platforms and all these fancy advertising is the dealers. We wind up getting screwed by these companies. That's why when I get my new dealership, I will not give any of these clowns $1 of my money. I will advertise on Facebook and I will advertise on Instagram and OfferUp. I will not spend any money anywhere else because all they want to do is lie about the pricing and lie about certain things. And the funny thing is if you look in all these websites, they all say, does not include specific fees and sales tax and blah, 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 but they make sure that we don't include fees on this thing. Now, I would love to get your guys' opinion on this matter. What do you think about, should there be a law where you have to disclose all fees and pricing? Because I know there was a law going to go through a few months ago that your auto advocate was going to go after and see if they can make it happen, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But we need something like this to come through because I'll be honest with you, as a dealer, it's so much easier to compete when everybody's playing on the same level field. If my G-Wagon is 90 grand and yours is 90 grand, then let the best man win. But if you're lying and you're cheating and you're giving people false hope and false promises and fake prices, it's not a fair game. So now this is where that deception comes in. So now one bad dealer screws it out for the rest of us. So if you've had this issue, please put it in the comment section below. Let me know, have you guys seen this a lot lately? I know a lot of dealers are doing this with new cars. They would say they would sell it at MSRP, but when you got there was like some bullshit holding fee, transportation fee, some sort of bullshit fee. And plus, I will give $100 to whoever gives me the best fee that they came up with because I've seen some crazy fees. I saw my favorite was a $780 key fee. And I asked what that was, and they said, oh, it was to actually replace the key if you lose the key. So they were charging people $700 when they bought the car for a key that they may or may not lose in 2 years from now. Just absolutely crazy. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I got some other great videos coming up soon. Definitely stay tuned. And the dealership, I got another update video. We went to City Hall. We found out some more information, so we should be up soon. And good news is we locked in, I think, one new investor, work on a few other ones. So if you guys want to buy some cars, do some auto loan portfolios, definitely message me on Instagram at Lucky Lopez, and we'll see you next video.